Hi, hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome back to another reaction of Doctor Who. Today, we're going to be watching episode number 6 of series 9, and I am so happy today because yesterday I have spent half a day to change all of my settings again. Because I have edited the last episode and I got so angry at myself because I didn't like the microphone quality. I hated the video quality because like the picture got stuck every now and then it got wishy-washy and all of that, and I really hated it. I do want to improve, so I changed things up. I made a test record for about, like, I don't know, 5 minutes or so, and the quality looked and sounded so much better than what we first had. Okay, so I'm really hoping, fingers crossed, quality will only improve from now on. So, okay. Also, something else that I want to tell you, and the people who are watching the video on Patreon right now might already know. Surprise! This is a video especially for my Patreon people. The second video this week. You got one on Saturday, yesterday, and today on Sunday you're getting the second one. Surprise! You already know that I told you I wanted, like, originally in January already, I wanted to, like, get in advance more of YouTube. Like, I wanted to record 4 or even 5 videos for Saturday and Sunday in order to have at least, let's say, 4 or 5 videos in advance from the YouTube videos, because you guys deserve it. So yeah, I couldn't do it because things went very bad and they're still not okay, like working wise. But I don't know, I'm having some energy this week, some energy that I didn't think I would have, so I decided to spend it to record another video. I can't promise you that this is gonna be a thing from now on for the next 3 to 4 weeks. I can't do that because I don't know about my energy. It can be like this and it can be like that, and it depends on what will happen at my work, because right now it's a chaos. And I don't know, I'm not really talking so much about my private life, but this is a big thing. The company that I work for decided to sell the department that I'm working in, because it's just a small one in the big company, and they decided to sell it this year, which means that I might lose my job that I'm having right now. There is still a possibility that another company will, like, buy it and will keep all the jobs and all the staff. Yeah, that possibility is pretty small. Also, there's a possibility of a management buyout, that's what it's called, which means that the managers that are working at my company right now could also buy the department, and that would mean that I could keep my job. But yeah, could also mean that there will come another company that only wants to have our customers, like our clients, and doesn't want the staff, which would leave me in a position that I would lose my current job. And all of that, like, we don't know how it will end up, but this situation could last for the next months until the end of the year, depending on how fast the company department will be sold. Which means I am in the middle of a process right now where I don't know what will happen in the future. And depending on the day, I'm feeling better or worse facing this truth. So yeah, there might be days where I'm like happy and giggly and yay, like today, because I got up this morning not caring whatsoever because the future is bright. I don't know what will happen, but it might be good. But there could be other days where I get out of bed and I'm like, oh my gosh, shoot, what is going to happen? And you don't want me to record videos on those days, believe me. That would be a very, very bad reaction. Kind of like, I hate this episode. I hate those characters. I hate my life. You don't want that. So, I'm gonna take the giggly days, okay? Because those are better for the reaction. Yeah, well, Doctor Who, let's get back to business, shall we? Okay, last episode was so good. I loved it so much. I'm already looking forward to like editing it. I've edited it for Patreon, but I'm never like rewatching it for the Patreon reactions. I'm only rewatching it for the YouTube reactions. So I'm looking forward to that because I like the episode so much. And yeah, Vikings, my new favorite people in TV shows and movies. Well, thinking back at the episode and also rewatching my review of the episode, especially the last part where I talked myself into being very, very sad all of a sudden because of the possibility that we might lose Peter Capaldi as a doctor this series at the end of the series, hopefully, if we have to lose him this series. Last episode. Last episode. I don't want to think about it, but it's a possibility, isn't it? And I don't know, it feels as if I'm losing the David Doctor all over again because I do love him equally as much. So favorite show of mine, if I could choose, would be the David Doctor and the Peter Capaldi Doctor together. Just like, for example, in the 50th year anniversary where we had Matt and David. Could you give me like, I know there's a 60th year anniversary. Could you give me David and Peter together, please? Oh my gosh, that would be so cool. I mean, think about it. David is the giggly and like very bright doctor that loves humans and is fascinated by everything. And Peter is the sarcastic, grumpy doctor, and both of them would be such a great team. Oh my gosh, if I could get this one day, I would be the happiest person on earth. Yeah. Other than that, Clara, lover, she grows on me every single episode because she knows exactly how to handle the doctor. She has learned like what kind of man he is, what he needs in certain situations. She doesn't need many words. She knows how to convince him and she knows how to handle him, which is so good. They are a really good team, which makes me think that all of this might end soon because it's way too good. Every time something is too good on television, something bad will happen and rip it apart. So yeah, there we are back again. I'm talking myself into sadness today. Stop it. Also, I don't know what this episode will get us. I'm excited to get into it because I watched the other episode yesterday and it left me so excited for the rest of the series. I hope it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. I want a good episode. Please give a good episode to me right now, BBC. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into it. Oh, okay. Not modern times. Robin Hood? What did he say? Damn it, I shouldn't talk so much when they're talking. Ah, hi doctor?
It's gonna be a minute, don't wait. Oh,
Did
very
it-
warm. What are you doing?
How did it get
just
in there all of a
just
sudden?
passing through, like fish in the night.
This is a robbery.
It's not fish in the...
Step aside or I shall blow your brains out.
Sorry, were you talking to me there? Try again, I promise I'll listen this time.
You to take another breath.
You're gonna get us all killed if you don't shut your mouth.
Sorry. I
You're
really
sorry.
was plan-
You're all words. You're all talks.
Oh. Yes, got you!
Oh, a treasure chest.
Just need one tiny little thing from under this box.
This is my robbery.
Well, can't we share it? Isn't that what robbery's all about?
Well,
At least I showed my face. What's wrong with yours?
Nothing, Doctor.
what? Huh? How did the voice sound? What?
It is me. What took you so long, old man?
What the? How did she change her voice? Why is she robbing people? How's she still there? What is going on? I have questions. Oh my gosh. Also, this scene right now, it reminded me of a German saying. I don't know if it exists in English as well, but it's really cool because it fits the situation. It says, like, if two are fighting, the third one will be the happy one, which is exactly what happened here because they fought and the others just went away with their chest. Oh my gosh. So cool.
Well, for everyone else.
But didn't you know it was me?
Of course. You don't forget the man who saved your life.
Aww.
You mean you haven't come for me?
No, it was just a coincidence.
Aww.
Who's Ashildr?
You are, that's your name. Ashildr, daughter of Einar.
She doesn't remember her name.
Singular. Unattached. Alone.
Because she's immortal. Which you did, Doctor.
You can help me.
With what?
Packing.
Wouldn't she be the perfect companion for the Doctor? She's clever. She's strong. She's immortal. I mean, she will probably survive the Doctor, because he's not immortal. Perfect companion.
Oh, it scans for cures. I just realised how it got its name. It's been.
Isn't that what life's all about?
Yeah, if you're
I've had
mortal.
800 years of adventure. Enough to fill a library if you write.
I want to talk so much. I can't.
You can be hurt, killed even.
10,000
I mean, she
hours
already
is
does
all
what the
that matters
Doctor
in this
does.
field. Over.
Just only on this one planet.
I'm superb. You should have seen me. I could shoot
Yeah, and
6
see,
arrows
the
a
Doctor's
minute.
already
Not so
been
close to
there
being
as
like
well,
Henry.
thinking he's indestructible
You'll have to check my diaries.
and above everything.
For what
We've
it's
been there
worth.
with him. That's why he needs a companion.
I can't remember most of it. That's the trouble with an infinite life and a normal sized memory.
Oh.
Outliving the people you love.
According to my journals, hell. I look up to the sky and wonder what it's like out there. Please, take me with you.
Yeah, please, Doctor.
Take me with you.
We'll talk about it.
This thing you're looking for.
I feel so sad for this girl.
We'll leave in an hour.
Because everything she's talking about, we've already had this with the Doctor, but he is the one who has a companion every now and then. And yes, he gets hurt, and it's awful. It's just as bad, but not having anyone? Can't even imagine how that must feel.
Tears.
Also, where's Clara?
Still, they are not brave enough to die.
Only about the artifact. He has no idea what we intend to do with it. Do you intend to fix me? Make me feel again? Then run away? I don't need your help, Doctor.
What happened to the second immortality charge I gave you? It isn't right for you to be on your own.
Good night, Mom.
Oh, damn it! I didn't turn on the microphone. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. How long was this going on for? Oh no. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try and put all the words in that I was saying. At least the meaning of what I was saying. I don't know if I can remember the exact words.
Lucy?
And I was saying so many clever things. Damn it.
There is an intruder on the premise.
Well, shit.
How old are you, Doctor?
Older than you.
How many have you lost? How many Claras?
Oh, so we're diving into the subject. Like, we're not only touching it softly, we're diving directly into it. We're talking about it, we're bringing it up.
It's what's in my brain that counts, Bingo Boy.
Well, no brain outwits a bullet, dandy prat.
This is banter. I'm against banter. I rest my case. No one outwits the nightmare.
What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here?
Back off! Put the weapon down! Who's slow now, Doctor?
What is this scene?
Let's have honor amongst us.
Also, can you confirm that I'm not your dad?
What do you say, Dad? What difference does it make?
Kill him and you make an enemy of me.
Wow, we shifted from being very funny to being very serious in a second. In a heartbeat. Okay. Serious again.
But those lives do matter.
Shut up. You're not my dad.
What a great episode this is! This is a psychological character study. The whole episode.
You do have a heart. You don't fool me.
How do I look?
Pink. You're coming down with something.
Pink.
Look, why would an alien artifact...
Isn't that red?
And take me with you.
Yeah,
you
please
don't want to be
do
stuck
that.
with an old fool like me. You have this whole one...
If you leave her again, she's gonna turn into an antagonist of yours. Yeah.
I have waited longer.
Yeah, I mean, you're responsible for that, Doctor.
I have lost more than I can even remember. Please, Doctor.
Yeah. Gosh, she's such a good
Why
actress.
not?
Because it wouldn't be good.
For who?
Ashildr, please.
This is better? Are you kidding me?
Not Ashildr anymore.
Doctor, this is your responsibility. You did this. Oh, there we go. It's the alien. Guy, bear, whatever this is.
Leandro,
King.
meet the Doctor.
Looks like a lion and a king.
Kill me.
Why?
If you intend any harm to this planet or its people, then killing me is by far your best move.
True.
Gateway to an afterlife. Another reality.
We need it to open a portal. Travel the
Portal.
galaxy.
Oh!
It's just exploiting an abundant resource. There's so much dying here.
Okay.
To the end, it would seem.
Would you rather take his place?
Okay, I guess
We agreed!
we're closer to having her as an antagonist as we thought.
Who should understand?
I do. Now. But
You still won't take me with you.
Yeah.
Hour by hour. Do you ever think or care what happens after you've flown away? I live in the world you leave behind because you abandoned me to it.
why should I be responsible for you?
You made me immortal.
I saved your life.
You didn't save my life, Doctor. You trapped me inside it. He'll have to be fast. And if he does, Perhaps it's about time.
I love this episode.
Listen, I was trying to help. She
Silence! Shoot.
Shoot. Oh gosh.
I'm an undercover constable from Scotland Yard. Do you have Scotland Yard yet?
Been on the site.
They don't.
Well, will you take me there if I say yes?
Indeed. There's a bounty on your head for £20.
20 pounds?
Well, in that case, I know where Lady Me keeps all of her money. Almost £30.
30 pounds. Times were different back then. They let him go. Of course they did. Wow. I can't wait to see how this will end up.
It's time. I've got plenty more. Jokes, that is, as well as women.
I can't believe they didn't like make a Lion King joke. Or maybe they can't because of Disney.
They must be new, Lady Me.
I don't think so. Or maybe, yeah, well.
Have you ever seen a sidekick so old?
I'm no one's sidekick.
He's so old he farts dust. You know what I say? Big nose.
Big handkerchief!
Come on this way not to see someone hang. What about the doctor? Hang the doctor! Hang the doctor!
Oh gosh, humans.
How's this?
No! Ashildr! No! No!
She really did it.
Purple, color of death.
Well, purple's the color
This
of
life
death.
force is opening a portal.
I always thought it meant royal.
You said you were the last of the Leonians. We were meant to escape.
You shall in death.
Well, great. I'm so happy we did this.
Doctor, what have I done? What have I done to these people?
I mean, she couldn't have known.
What are we going to do about them? We have to help them. They need you. They need us.
Welcome back.
Goosebumps again.
We can.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can do that, but do we really want this guy to live forever? He was evil even when he was mortal. I don't know if this is the right thing. And now he will be her companion? Forever? I'm already thinking ahead, and I don't think it's a good thing.
I don't think I want anyone to be.
Well, probably not. Probably the power would have been drained by the whole opening and reversing the portal.
Oh.
Not enough power to keep him here, probably.
Did you just make all of that up?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're still not going to take me with you, are you?
Come on, Doctor, please.
The Mayflies, they know more than we do. They know how beautiful and precious life is because it's fleeting. You're not the first, you know. I did travel with another immortal once.
Oh,
Captain
did you
Jack
do?
Harkness.
True. Oh my gosh. I forgot about him already.
You've made waves.
Sometimes tidal waves.
I'm flattered.
Oh, you should be.
Gosh, she's such a good actress.
Someone has to look out for the people you abandon. Who better than me? I'll be the patron saint of the Doctor's leftovers. While you're busy protecting this world.
So are we enemies now?
Of course not.
I hope not.
It's your friends you have to watch out for. And my friend. I'll be watching out for you.
I think I'm very glad I saved you.
Oh, I think everyone will be.
Ah, the things she said, you could understand them in both ways, in a good way and also in a very, very bad way. Like, you could read it as a threat. But it also...
Hey! Hello?
Oh, hello.
I'm gonna talk about all this after the episode ended.
Yes, you're right. That is not a good present.
Come on.
Do they make sherbet lemons anymore? And I'd like a Ferrari. What about a Ferrari?
What would you need a Ferrari for? You have a spaceship. Aww. No way, get out of here. She's already started.
Love it, on the other hand.
Oh, this is just the cutest thing. I missed you too.
Well, don't worry, daft old man. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh no, don't say it like that, please, no. Oh my gosh, look at this face. Oh. Oh. Oh, well, great. Thank you so much for making me cry. Oh. Again. Okay. What an episode, you guys. What an episode that was. I can't believe what we've just seen though in this past hour or 45 minutes, whatever. That was just phenomenal. Like I said throughout the episode already, we've talked about this topic so many times. Like about the Doctor, him being almost immortal, and what it means for him to be alone. Like the difference between him traveling alone versus traveling with a companion. What happens when he loses the companion and he doesn't want to have a new one, and how it changes the Doctor, him feeling superior, him feeling like he's on top of the world, nobody can harm him or nothing can harm him anymore, and he feels like a god almost. We've had all those things already. We touched on that topic. But this time we've seen it from another perspective, and the Doctor has seen it from another perspective as well. And we kind of had the same things that we've already talked about so many times, but from another perspective as a viewer as well, because we already knew most of the things that they were talking about in this episode because we've already seen them. But seeing the Doctor realizing what this means for another person. I don't even remember how I started this sentence. What the frick? But it was just the best to watch this episode. Like I said, like a psychological study of the Doctor's character from his perspective, from the perspective of another person, from our viewer's perspective on him and on the other person. And oh, it was so well done. I don't even have enough words to describe what this episode means to me. It's so good. And I'm so angry at myself for muting my microphone and not unmuting it afterwards. I don't know how many minutes I've lost, but I promise you I will try to find out what I was saying in those very scenes and trying to put it on screen for you to read, because oh my gosh, how stupid. But yeah, it happens. I'm only human, and you can see how much impact the episode had on me and how much I was into it, because I forgot the reality around me. I forgot to put on my microphone again, which is bad, but it's a good sign as well. So yeah, Clara not being in the episode was very much what we needed in this episode, because she would only have been a character. I love her to bits, but in this episode, it would have been wrong for her to be there. She would only have been a distraction from what we wanted to talk about in this episode. And for that to really work, we only needed the Doctor, and we needed that girl and the perspectives from his side and her side, and the interactions, the talks between them, the realizations that were going on in his head or in her head throughout the whole episode. And everything changed so fast, so quick. I couldn't even talk about everything. I was trying to, but then it got more intense, and things shifted, and so many new important topics were opened up. I didn't even have the time to talk about everything. It's just phenomenal. This is phenomenal, and I'm so happy that I saw this episode, but at the same time, I'm kind of afraid because we can't have another one of these, like going into this deep into that topic. Because I think with everything that we've seen already, and this episode as an addition from another perspective, we've like talked about this topic in so many ways now that I don't think there's any much more to say about it within the series, because otherwise it will only be a repetition of everything over and over again, which would get boring over time, I guess. And yeah, it's so good. So the Doctor, he knows what it's like to be immortal, even if he isn't. But he knows what it's like if your life is longer, your lifespan is longer than the usual human lifespan, and you've seen everything, and you've done everything. Nothing means anything anymore to you. He knows what that's like, and it must be such a horrible feeling, even if I didn't feel that, like, ever. Because I'm a human being with a normal lifespan, I can't really like feel what it feels like, but I can try to put myself into her shoes. For example, how I'm trying to figure this out, or how I'm trying to put myself in her shoes. If I think that I couldn't leave my apartment anymore, like never ever again, I would be imprisoned in here and having no internet connection and only having to live with what I've already seen 1,000 times, and I couldn't buy new stuff anymore. Everything that's in here is everything that there is. And I would have to live 100 years in this apartment without getting anything new anymore. That would be like torture. That would be like torture. I wouldn't want to live this life anymore. And she has more than just an apartment. She has a whole planet. But her life is never ending. So in the perspective, it must feel similar to what I just said about the apartment in my case. It must feel similar to her. And we know that the Doctor has an even bigger apartment, because he not only has an apartment or a planet, he has the whole universe. And he has every single time that there possibly could be. So his possibilities are endless. And although they are, and although he's not immortal, he's gotten to the point more than once where he said, I can't take this anymore. Even in his case. And now think about what she has to bear. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. And we already had the talks about the Doctor, like talking to his companions, telling them that he needs them, because he's seen everything already millions of times. Nothing means anything to him anymore. He's lost perspective. So he needs a human being that's still appreciating everything because they're seeing it for the first time, and because their lifespan is so short that they want to get the best out of life, and they can still feel the happiness and they can still be surprised. And he needs this energy from humans. He needs to feed off it to be able to feel something himself. And that's what we saw in this girl as well, only she chose the other way around, because she never had a companion in the first place. She said no one was good enough to give them this little thing and to make them immortal. No one was good enough. So she didn't even try to get a companion, and we saw where it led to. And her life wasn't even as long as the Doctor's, but she already got to the point where she's like, this doesn't make any sense anymore. I can't take it anymore. I would rather die than live on with this life that doesn't make any sense to me. And then there is the possibility that opens up the second she sees the Doctor with the spaceship, and she knows, okay, my world could get so much bigger and open up and feel new again, give me a purpose again. And the man who's responsible for putting you in that situation in the first place is the one that could offer you this new universe, literally speaking, this new universe of possibilities. And he tells you no. And first I was very angry with him. I mean, you can see throughout the episode how I like repeated myself, and I'm being like, oh my gosh, Doctor, you're the responsible one. You're responsible for her situation. So take that responsibility and do something with it. Like, take her with you. Because otherwise, if she's left alone on the planet in that situation where she doesn't know what to do anymore and she'd rather die than live on with her life, the only thing that can happen with her, and we have seen glimpses of that in this episode, is she will turn evil. First of all, because she can't bear the pain anymore to lose people. That's what happened in her past. So she decided, okay, I don't want to have anyone anymore like close to me, because I want to be alone. We've seen that already with the Doctor. We know what that does to a person. They get colder, they distance themselves because they don't want to get hurt anymore. But that also means that when their heart gets colder, that the things that happen to people or animals or other beings from other planets, they don't matter as much anymore to them, because they're trying to block their heart. And not only for people who could be close to them, but to everyone. So it will lead you to the darker side. There is no way around that. It's something that just happens. And I thought, okay, the Doctor is the only one who can stop this, because he's the one who can give her new hope. He's the one who can teach her. He knows about all of this. He can teach her. So I got angry at him. But in the end there, we got that little conversation with him and the girl, and he was trying to explain why he can't. Why it's not a good idea to do so. And the minute he said all of those things, my mind went like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. It's so crazy. The situation both of them are in, it just gotten a lot crazier than what I already thought it was. Because it's not a solution to have two immortals traveling with each other. I always thought that would be good for the Doctor, but it's not good. It's the total opposite, because then you would have two people that are immortal, that don't think of life as worth living anymore, and other people's or beings' lives not worth anything anymore. And if none of them is able to feel, none of them is able to see what living means to other beings and should also mean to them, and they are like pushing each other in the wrong direction as well, because none of them is going to stop the other. None of them is going to be like a normal mortal companion. Like Clara, for example, she stopped the Doctor so many times. Also Amy or Rose, all of them. They put the Doctor into perspective again when he lost it. But if we put two immortals together, that would never happen. What would happen probably is that it would make everything worse, because both of them would be exactly the same. So maybe both of them would turn evil, could turn evil even faster than if they were alone. That's why they need a mortal companion. So the situation of the Doctor and also of her just got so much worse, because I thought there would be a possible solution. All those times, like all the 9 series, I thought, okay, this could happen one day, could have an immortal companion. I will make everything go away. All the pain, everything would just go away. Problem solved. I thought there was a solution, but now realize there isn't. There isn't a solution. At least none of that I can think of. They have to suffer forever. That makes the situation so much worse than I always thought. And also giving us this new perspective after 9 years, or even after 59 years. I appreciate that so much, but it also destroys so many of my rescue plans that I made for the Doctor. Wow, oh my gosh, this show can surprise you over and over again. And the psychological depth that we jumped into is phenomenal. I love this kind of stuff. And I hope that my ability to use English words is good enough to describe what I'm really thinking about here, because I'm 100% sure I could talk so much more better about this topic in my usual German language, because I know all the words. But I hope I got my points across. I'm in awe of this episode. This is just, wow, hands down, one of the best Doctor Who episodes that I've ever seen. And thinking about it still makes my eyes tear up. It's just so good. It's just so good. And I'm afraid what's coming next, because this is yet another point where I'm so super excited and I'm on top of the world right now. I think I have to wait for a few days before I get into the next episode. Otherwise, my expectations will be so high that they're going to be disappointed. Because, wow. And if this episode, I don't want to spoil, but if this episode has a lower rating than a 9 on IMDb, I'm going to be so angry at every single one of you out there who voted for it. Because this episode, it feels like it's the essence of Doctor Who. A very important part to it. It's like, we took this man that we know for so long, opened up his brain, and showed it to everyone. That's what we did in the episode. Not literally, thankfully, but that's what we did. We just showed people what's in there. And not only what is, but also what could be. I am so happy I watched this episode today. I'm so happy, and this is easily one of my top 5 Doctor Who episodes ever. Also, this actress, this little young actress, I still don't know how old she is. Wow. No wonder if, and I still don't know because I didn't check, but if she's the one from Game of Thrones, no wonder she got that role. Because she's just perfect for it. She's just perfect. And I don't know, when this was shot, in what year we are in, when the Game of Thrones was shot. But she played those medieval characters. Is it medieval? Is it medieval? Really? Medieval. I don't know. Oh my gosh. She played those characters in those time spans. I mean, she even wore the dress and all that. That were the same time spans like Game of Thrones or similar. So did people cast her for Game of Thrones because they saw her in Doctor Who? Is that what happened? That would be so cool. And she seems so self-confident, but so young. Wow, wonderful. Wonderful. Okay, let's get to the IMDb rating. I think I've talked enough about the episode, but you can't imagine. And I didn't even say everything that I wanted to say because throughout the episode there were so many scenes where I just wanted to stop the recording and talk for an hour and then continue recording. But I can't. So unfortunately I have to like put everything together, hold on to everything that I can remember and put it in the review after watching the episode. And I hope that I did well. I hope I did, because this episode deserves to be reviewed well. Okay, episode's called The Woman Who Lived or Lives. I already forgot. I like read it 2 seconds ago. But the other episode was called The Girl Who Died. And this one's called The Girl Who Lives. Lives. I guess lives. If I knew the titles, I would have already known where we went with those 2 episodes. Also, I'm very curious if we will see her again. Her or him. Well, yeah, hopefully, because I could imagine that he could turn into an evil character one day. I hope she will pay attention for him. Also, oh my gosh, the solution, by the way, like in the ending there where she's like, yeah, you come and save the people, but then you go off again, like to save other people because you have to, but I'm still here on Earth. I can take care of the people that you left behind. So beautiful. So beautiful. No, it's such a good episode. Okay, my rating of the episode, 9.8. 9.8. This is one of the best Doctor Who episodes that I've ever seen, 9.8. And I know already that IMDb won't say the same thing. They're probably at 8 point something. But for me, it's a 9.8. It's so close to perfect. I love it. Okay, let's see. This is not real. This is not real. What's wrong with you people? Are you crazy? I'm gonna call every single one of those 5,428 people. I'm gonna ask them if they're crazy. It's not real. What the actual? Is this even the right IMDb rating? I'm so shook. How are people not realizing what this episode gives to them? How are people watching this thinking, oh, it's just an episode like any other episode? Wow. And I'm not being like angry at the people who don't like the episode, which obviously there are people who don't. I'm not angry at them. I can't wrap my head around it because of, like, you've listened to everything I just said in this last 20 to 30 minutes. Like, I unpacked everything that I remember that was in the episode. Didn't those people get that? Not in a mean way, but did they watch the episode and they were like, oh, this is just like any other episode, and they didn't get the deeper meaning behind it? Or did I make up the deeper meaning and it actually wasn't there? That's what I'm afraid of right now. Did I just make all of that up? I don't think so, because I've given my reasons why I think what I think about this episode. It's not made up. It's what I felt while watching it. Gave me so much. I mean, yeah, this Lion King dude over there, that wasn't the greatest shot of them all. He was just, he needed to be there so that we do have an animal. So that we do need, what the frick? I can't talk anymore. He needed to be there because we needed an antagonist. It needed to be somebody that's in the background, that's not too important, that shows up for a minute and then gets destroyed like very fast, because we needed the episode to do other things than that. But since it's a Doctor Who episode, we needed some kind of antagonist, and we just like threw this one in there. He wasn't the important part though. The important part was all the psychological stuff that was going on throughout the whole episode, all the dialogues, all the things that were said, all the depth that this episode gave us. Maybe people, I don't know, maybe people thought that we talked about this topic so many times already and it's nothing new. And I agree to a certain point that there were many repetitions of things we've already heard before and of things we already knew. But we got this new perspective, which made it totally different to everything we've heard before. You guys, I can't deal with this rating. But I do know that people are different watching the show. And I mean, we've had it the other way around so many times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate this episode. And people were like, how dare you? This is a favorite episode of all the people in the universe. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I don't like it. And now it's kind of the other way around. But I've also read comments of people telling me that they watched or rewatched an episode they first didn't like when they watched it by themselves, but then watching it together with me, listening to my reasoning after the episode, made them change their minds about an episode because they learned to appreciate it more. Like listening to thoughts of another person that they maybe didn't have, or not to an extent. I don't know. So hopefully I can bring this episode closer to many people because it's really good. It's really good. Oh, I love this episode. I'm so happy right now that I watched it. Okay. Everyone, thank you so much for being here with me. If you are one of the... Oh, by the way, very important, before we go. Comment section. Calm down. If there are people who love this episode equally as much as I do, or if there are people who hate this episode and would give it a 6.8, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can always talk to people, but no fights in the comments. Just leave everyone to their own opinions. They can have their own opinions, and it's fine. If I see any fighting, your comment will be deleted. Thank you. Okay. I hope everyone will appreciate this episode just a little tiny bit more after watching it with me. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much. Until then, have a nice day. Bye.